Yo, this is the profile of Martha Tipton, the SMU Prof for MKTG 101 Marketing. Let's start by looking at her resume. Okay, this is the resume we pulled off from the SMU site. The link is available below. You just click on it and you get it. And you can see that she has a lot of research on deceptive marketing, deceptive advertising, and it's pretty consistent throughout her resume. So yeah, so she's really interested in this topic, and we can see that she also has another interest, which is how it affects the company. So you can see the blue circles on the firm value, the cost to companies, firm value, do firms pay a price? So these are her own tendencies. She believes in honest marketing practices. That's what we will want to write about to get one more mark from Martha Tipton. And she's concerned about the impact on firms and companies. And she favors negative language. Let's take a look again at her resume. She talks about firms paying a price for advertising, but she does not talk about how do firms benefit from honest advertising. So you see, that's the positive way of saying it is benefiting from honest advertising, but she chooses to say, do firms lose because of deceptive advertising? Look at the top right under conference presentations. She talks about regulatory exposure of deceptive marketing and its impact on firm value. Deceptive marketing, and the firm is going to lose because of this. She does not talk about honest advertising and how the firm gains. Next is the classroom analysis. This is her slides from week 1. So she talks about negative perceptions about marketing. So this confirms her own tendencies on how she likes to use negative language. And this is the course outline, how your marks are being distributed. You can see that there are group case write-ups, and there are 2 of them. So this case are on companies, so that's the focus of what she likes. Very interestingly, the case write-ups are 20%, and the midterm exam is only 15%, which means that Martha values the case study more than the midterms. So it goes to show you how much she values about the talk about the company. Next, we'll take a look at the midterms under the assignment analysis. Now this is the midterm sample she gave to us, and you can see that a lot of it is on product modifying strategy, price, maintenance. These are all definitions. Next is, you see, social classes. What are social classes? You need to memorize the definition to answer question 3. And question 4, selective attention, selective distortion. You need to understand which what it is. And if you take a look at question 4, it also shows you how she favors the negative language. People often forget much that they learn. So her focus here is on the definitions and concepts. Let's take a look at one of her structured questions and try to understand what exactly she's looking for. Question 4. Define the market offering of Busy Bee Play Gym. So you need to understand what's the definition of market offering, and then you can answer this question. And question 5. Maslow hierarchy of needs. So all this is very theory based. You need to first know what a market offering is. You need to know what the Maslow hierarchy of needs means before you can answer this question. So yeah, so she focuses a lot on the definitions and concepts. So she focused really a lot on these definitions and concepts, and she likes to test on them. So there's a need for us to memorize all these concepts and definitions in order for us to get one more mark from Martha Tipton. So how do you memorize concepts and definitions? Everybody has a different learning style. For mine, I use stories. I discuss with my friends to help with the memory. I write it down. I use mind maps, but everybody is different. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you this website I Googled. This website right here shows what type of a learner you are. There are 4 types. So this is the visual learner. They are good at looking at maps, good at writing essays, but they are poor at listening. Auditory learners, okay, just look through it yourself and find out which learner you are, and come up with the strategy for you to be able to memorize her concepts. And I hope this helps you. Now we'll talk about sample adjustment. There's an intended message, and now we will adjust it to see how we can get one more mark from Martha Tipton. Here's the intended message. Company X engages in direct advertising, and that is good for them because customers like it. And here's good how we're going to adjust it. We're going to focus on the credibility of the company is enhanced when honest advertising is used. So we focus on credibility, honest marketing practices. So that's what she likes. And when customers' trust is built, the firm value increases. So here we focus on the firm value. The word firm appears pretty frequently in her resume. Martha Tipton is really into studying the relationship of how a certain marketing practice affects the firm value. So over here, we want to link it back to how it impacts the firm. So we say direct advertising helps to increase the firm value. Now here's the recap of the OMM tendencies we have spotted from Martha Tipton. She believes in honest marketing practices. We can see that from the number of deceptive advertising projects she has done in her resume, and she's concerned about the impact on the firm and the companies. You can see that she's always talking about how there's a negative statement on how firms are going to lose value, firms are going to pay for deceptive advertising. And she really likes to test on definition and concepts. So for all those of us that have a problem memorizing whatever she's going to give us, we are in trouble. So what we can do is to click on the link below on learning and find out which of the 4 learners we are. Use the tips there and try to find a strategy on how we can memorize as many concepts as we can before we take the examinations. Thank you very much for watching the profile of Martha Tipton from onemoremark.com.